Today our topic is what the ancient Greeks thought about success. The ancient Greeks were very wise and thought deeply about life, success, and how to live well. They believed that success was not just about money, fame, or power. Instead, they thought true success was about living a good and meaningful life, being virtuous, and finding balance in everything. They had many ideas about how to achieve this, and their wisdom is still useful today. Let's explore some of their key ideas about success and how we can apply them to our lives. First, the ancient Greeks believed that success starts with knowing yourself. A famous phrase written at the temple of Apollo in Delphi was "Know thyself." This means you must understand who you are, what you want, and what your strengths and weaknesses are. Without this self-awareness, it is hard to make good decisions or set meaningful goals. For example, if you don't know what truly makes you happy, you might chase things that don't bring you real satisfaction, like money or popularity, only to feel empty later. The Greeks believed that self-knowledge is the foundation of a successful life because it helps you live authentically and make choices that align with your values. Another important idea from the Greeks is the concept of arete, which means excellence or virtue. The Greeks believed that success is not just about achieving external things, but about becoming the best version of yourself. Arete is about developing your character, skills, and mind. For example, a musician shows arete by mastering their instrument, and a leader shows arete by being fair, wise, and courageous. The Greeks thought that true success comes from striving for excellence in everything you do, not for the sake of others' approval, but because it is the right way to live. This idea reminds us that success is a journey of self-improvement and growth, not just a destination. The Greeks also believed in the importance of balance, which they called Sophrosyne. This means living a balanced life and avoiding extremes. For example, they thought it was important to work hard, but also to rest and enjoy life. They believed that too much of anything, even good things, could lead to problems. A person who only works and never relaxes might become stressed or burn out, while someone who only seeks pleasure might neglect their responsibilities. The Greeks believed that success comes from finding harmony in all areas of life, including work, relationships, health, and leisure. This idea is still relevant today, as many people struggle to balance their careers, personal lives, and well-being. One of the most famous Greek philosophers, Socrates, taught that success is closely tied to wisdom and critical thinking. He believed that the unexamined life is not worth living. This means that to live successfully, you must constantly question your beliefs, values, and action. Socrates encouraged people to think deeply about what is truly important and to seek knowledge and truth. He believed that success is not about blindly following others or society's expectations, but about using reason and reflection to make wise choices. This idea challenges us to think for ourselves and to prioritize what really matters in life. Aristotle, another great Greek philosopher, had his own ideas about success. He believed in the concept of Eudaimonia, which is often translated as happiness or flourishing. However, Eudaimonia is not just about feeling good, it's about living a fulfilling and purposeful life. Aristotle thought that true success comes from using your talents and abilities to contribute to something greater than yourself. He believed that every person has a unique purpose or function, and that success is about fulfilling that purpose. For example, a teacher's purpose might be to educate and inspire students, while a doctor's purpose might be to heal and care for patients. Aristotle's idea of eudaimonia reminds us that success is not just about personal achievement, but also about making a positive impact on the world. The ancient Greeks also valued resilience and perseverance. They admired people who faced challenges with courage and determination. The Greek hero Odysseus, for example, is famous for his long and difficult journey home after the Trojan War. Despite many obstacles, he never gave up. The Greeks believed that success often requires hard work, patience, and the ability to overcome adversity. They thought that setbacks and failures are not the end, but opportunities to learn and grow. This idea is very important today, as many people face difficulties in their lives. The Greeks remind us that success is not about avoiding problems, but about facing them with strength and perseverance. Stoicism, a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece, also has valuable lessons about success. The Stoics believed that success is not about controlling what happens to you, but about controlling how you respond to it. They taught that many things in life are outside of our control, such as other people's opinions, natural disasters, or even death. However, we can control our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. The Stoics believed that true success comes from focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot. For example, if you fail at something, instead of feeling defeated, you can choose to learn from the experience and try again. This mindset helps you stay calm and focused, even in difficult situations. The Stoics also believed in the importance of living in the present moment. They thought that worrying too much about the future or dwelling on the past can prevent you from being successful. Instead, they encouraged people to focus on what they can do right now to improve their lives and achieve their goals. This idea is similar to modern mindfulness practices, which teach us to be fully present and engaged in the moment. By living in the present, you can make better decisions, enjoy life more, and work more effectively toward your goals. Another important lesson from the Greeks is the value of relationships and community. They believed that no one can achieve success alone. The Greek philosopher Epicurus, for example, taught that friendship is one of the most important sources of happiness and success. He believed that having close, supportive relationships makes life more meaningful and enjoyable. The Greeks also valued teamwork and cooperation as seen in their city-states and democratic systems. They understood that success often requires the help and support of others. This idea reminds us to nurture our relationships, work well with others, and contribute to our communities. The Greeks also had a strong sense of humility and moderation. They believed that arrogance and excess could lead to downfall. The concept of hubris, or excessive pride, was seen as a dangerous flaw that could bring disaster. For example, many Greek myths, such as the story of Icarus, warn against the dangers of overconfidence. Icarus flew too close to the sun with wax wings which melted, causing him to fall. The Greeks believed that success requires humility and the recognition that no one is perfect or invincible. They thought that staying grounded and modest helps you avoid mistakes and maintain balance in life. Finally, the ancient Greeks believed that success is not just about what you achieve, but about how you live. They thought that a successful life is one that is guided by virtue, wisdom, and purpose. They valued qualities like courage, honesty, kindness, They believed that living by these principles leads to a fulfilling and meaningful life. This idea challenges us to think about what kind of person we want to be, and how we can contribute to the world in a positive way. In conclusion, the ancient Greeks had many profound ideas about success. They believed that true success comes from knowing yourself, striving for excellence, finding balance, and living with purpose and virtue. They taught that success requires resilience, humility, and strong relationships. Their wisdom reminds us that success is not just about external achievements, but about becoming the best version of ourselves and living a good and meaningful life. By learning from the Greeks, we can find inspiration and guidance to achieve success in our own lives. Their timeless lessons are still relevant today and can help us navigate the challenges and opportunities of modern life.